We're back. This time not as bored as we were with the last one, I don't think.
Well,
Speak for yourself, pal. I was pretty involved.
Matt's got a new set of headphones before we get in. Matt, how good do these sound? Do they sound better?
they sound amazing right now. I'm trying to get
They don't
the
look
hang
as
of it.
cushy, though. You don't have, like, big old pads on them.
Right, I'm used to having like the big ones that almost engulf your head, but these will work. I just I'm gonna give them a little go.
Right.
I don't have enough cord length to lean back,
Yeah.
so I can't.
When he didn't see
you gotta take the
headphones
good
on
with
that
the bad,
mic,
you know.
almost stormed right out
Oh,
the
You
door.
guys
God,
almost
dude.
lost Matt.
Yeah.
I was gonna take this chair and just roll right out the door.
Over.
Open the car door, roll right over in
It
there.
was gonna
Just
be a
like
scene.
Stitch off a car riding by you, just kind of reach out and grab
oh
the
my
antenna.
god!
and-
I didn't think about that.
That'd
My
be a-
arm would
a
rip
badass,
right off.
like superhero, like leaving though. It's like, screw you guys, I'm going home, and then just, boom, you know.
But try to not copyright infringe on Cartman.
Right? It's
Yeah.
like, screw you guys, I'm going to where I reside.
I'm going to
going to my place of
to my
residency.
residence. Yeah.
And hope that the antenna don't rip your hand off.
Man, we have fun. We have a lot of fun.
Well, actually, what was it? One of the commenters commented on our last podcast and said that they could listen to us literally talk about anything.
Well, we should just do
We
that
should
today.
challenge that. We should come up with
God.
we should come out with a podcast in the next week or so on our channel, and let's have no goal. Let's
Hey.
literally just sit down and talk.
Next week is the mid-season finale.
Ooh.
So we've
So
got a
the week
couple of
after
weeks
that.
to burn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
Just cue
so
the
we
fat
challenge you.
fun.
We
Geek
really do
out.
appreciate that comment.
That is really. I haven't
but
looked at the
we're gonna challenge that.
the YouTube page in the past couple of days. I need to check it out.
I
and
haven't
read the
either.
things, yeah.
I've been a bad
You've been a bad.
partner
You've
here.
just been a bad.
I've been a bad. But they said that, so we're gonna find out.
All right.
Was that one of our regulars that said that? Or
I
just,
think so. Yeah, I think so. And the cool thing is, the not cool thing is that after The Walking Dead goes, he says that, but then we're gonna start talking about like what we did last weekend. He's gonna be like, "This is so freaking boring."
Oh no, we'll find a way. We'll find
Life
a
will
way.
find a way.
We can
Life
talk about
always-
seedless watermelons. They just started coming in. That's pretty exciting.
Wait,
yeah.
seedless. How do seedless watermelons come in? So what's up with that?
They're not quite as sweet, but I like them better.
How does that happen?
I just like to swallow it right down. I'm not into spitting out the
No,
what
but
do you
how does
call
it-
the
The seed.
seed? Yeah, the seed.
Yeah.
I don't like spitting the seed out.
Oh,
Oh man,
man.
that's a double entendre
We're
right
starting
there.
early.
Yeah.
I feel. Yep, that's
Don't say weird shit. Why would you say that?
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
All right, so you've just been. I don't
Oh,
even
that
know what the
didn't take
term for
long
that
at
is.
all.
Starting off with fellatio humor.
didn't-
I like it.
good. Fellatio. That's such a beautiful name. This
Yeah.
is my daughter, Fellatio. Oh, sorry.
So we're here to talk about The Walking Dead.
Is that what we're here to do?
Matt and JP were taking the
Sorry.
statement literal, but
Sorry.
no worries. We like to have fun, but now that we've gotten all blowjob
It's
jokes,
down to business.
do you
Oh, I
have
don't
any
think
more?
we've got all of them out of the way.
No,
But
there's more.
I think it's a good. No, it's a good start. It's a good start.
Oh boy. I'm willing to admit I was wrong. Victor, he is in love, even though at the start
Was
of
in
the
love.
Well, some people still question that. I feel like it was real. You know, you can see the tears in his eyes, but there are people still, I think, saying from what I've read online that they think the whole thing is just a ruse for him to keep his place where he needs with safety. I mean, he
It
knows,
just,
you know.
I mean, once they're in the walls, I don't see why he wouldn't drop the facade. It's not like, old Mexican lady's got a bunch of boys, that he's got to.
You
And
don't know
I've
that.
noticed this, but man, that guy, we've said it before, but I just got to say it again because I really noticed it when they went on the boat, which thank God was very minimal this episode. That guy has got a freaking amazing voice. If he ever doesn't do acting, he needs to just go into like storybook narration.
Strand or
Oh,
Thomas?
Strand, dude.
Dude, that scene with him and a milfy blonde chick where she's like, "How do you say asshole in Spanish?" And he's just like,
yeah, we just.
Oh,
"You just
yeah.
grin
You
and
just
bear it."
grin and bear
I thought he was talking about like
You
he's
just
having butt
grin
sex
and
with
bear
his
it.
Hispanic lover, and he's like, I don't want to do it. I just grin and bear it. That's how I got this boat. I thought he was talking about, getting
I
done
think you're
from behind.
probably the only person that thought that.
You guys
But
seriously
I
didn't think that?
I love that scene.
I mean, they look like they love each other.
You wouldn't do that for a boat, Matt?
No.
No,
I did love the scene though when the shooting happened and they come
Oh.
upstairs and he's like, someone said asshole in Spanish. That was pretty awesome. You know what I'm talking about? I thought that was pretty slick. Strand's
He's
charismatic.
Describe that again.
they were hiding, in the bottom of the boat while they were boarding.
Oh, okay.
And then you
No,
heard the
okay.
shooting go down, and then
yeah.
the Strand goes. Strand says, someone said asshole in Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that exactly.
What, asshole in Spanish?
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
Apparently, there's no word.
Maybe the
Or-
Spanish don't have buttholes.
How
Have we considered that?
El asshole. Oh wow, no, I never thought about that.
Yeah, it might be true.
Huh.
I mean, they do eat a lot of spicy food.
Yeah, it's got to go somewhere, doesn't it?
Right, and it's just notice how it's so unnatural when we eat it. What ends up happening after you eat really spicy food when you sit on the toilet? You know,
geez.
maybe that explains it. Maybe they absorb it through osmosis,
just like sweat it out or
Sweat it out.
something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
We're getting to the bottom of stuff.
They say Coca-Cola from Spain is like the best because they use real cane sugar.
Oh.
And
They
maybe
released
that's
some
the
of those for a
secret.
little while, didn't? Well, no, it was Dr. Pepper. That
Yeah, but
had
it's not
real
the same.
cane. It wasn't.
It's just
It
not the
wasn't that
same.
good either.
It's not the same.
It was like drinking diabetes.
But I've had Coca-Cola from Spain. It's amazing. It tastes good.
That's
They don't
awesome.
have
I'll
that
have to
high
try that.
fructose corn syrup. It's delicious.
Say that again?
High fructose corn syrup.
Oh, nice. Nice. I'll have to look for
That's how you
that.
pronounce it?
Yeah.
So let's talk about Herschel 2.0 here.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Herschel wasn't trying to like Jonestown people, at least. I mean, he just thought they were sick. This lady's trying to like collect dead folks.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
I was just like,
poison at the
Nick, don't eat that soup or whatever it was.
More of a stew, maybe, or gumbo.
What do we
Maybe a gumbo.
think about Daniel throwing that coin overboard? Do you think it had something on it that he was cold to that guy
He
for
was.
really reasons that we don't quite know yet, right?
I think he's. I don't know, man. I'm starting to think he's a little more. He's got a shadier past.
right,
than what
like
I
we think
originally
he's
thought.
a good guy, and really he might just be a terrible
I used to think he
person.
was just a good guy who just got a lot from learning whatever throughout life and war and battles and everything.
Fellas, we haven't even mentioned that awesome opening scene at the church where they do the
and all
communion.
that.
I was
How do
wondering
they
if I was watching the wrong show just
I was
because
like,
they were bleeding
whoa.
through the eyes. I was like, is this demons? Or
I didn't
like,
know.
wait, what?
Like you, I didn't know what was. I was like, are they just showing us exactly? Are they showing us what happened? How this all started?
Yeah.
But the kids, what really creeped me out was the kids. Like some of the kids when they was putting the cracker on their tongue. That one kid, it's like, oh.
I figured
Like, I was
he
like,
was
come on, let's
poisoning
give that
them.
a second. Let's give that a second take.
Yeah,
That didn't
it's
look
not-
That looks kind of weird.
Like you see the stained glass windows and you can kind of see the bars, on the outside, and you're like, yeah, they've definitely like fortified, so it's going down. So yeah.
Now, I'm wondering how long how long do you think this happened before our group arrived?
It couldn't have been long. I mean, those look like some freshest zombies, and
That's what I'm enjoying about this too. I noticed that during the scene where they first arrive to the church and they're killing these zombies, is that I love that they do pay attention to detail, because the zombies, their heads aren't just exploding like on The Walking Dead, because they're not nearly as rotten. When they hit them with a baseball bat on The Walking Dead, I mean, Morgan stabs a blunt staff through their heads.
Yeah. It's like a rotten cantaloupe.
on this, because they're fresher, I guess skulls are still harder. I mean, it takes a couple whacks.
Well, it's also like
before
you
they actually
said,
kill 'em.
in Georgia, you've got more of that humidity and
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that pressure, whereas you got a drier heat out on the West Coast.
And they said it was
So-
going to affect the zombies
Right,
a
so
lot
that
differently.
Could, Yeah, that could easily be. I mean, but to the point where they could get so dried out, they could just be like,
It might actually
shoving
harden
a-
them,
I don't know. You mean like a petrified zombie?
like mummified.
Yeah,
them.
they
Dude,
could-
that's the next logical
people get
step.
mummified in dry
Whoa!
climate.
Somebody tries to shove like a tire iron through a zombie head and it just bounces right off, and you're like, oh, what do we do now?
Then I would definitely want crossover, because I would want to see how Rick's group would do against that.
Yeah, to get through the eye
Morgan would
socket.
just come up and be like, "Poom, what the hell? Poom.
What is this?
What's happening right now? Ping." I've seen leaks, not to go because we're going to stay on Fear the Walking Dead, but I've seen leaks, which it could easily be fake. Easily be fake. And I know that the pictures of Abraham holding it are fake, because it's clearly not Abraham. Which I saw him. I started watching 6 Feet Under again. My girlfriend got me the whole collection for my birthday. Just 'cause
Abraham was it? Who was Abraham in that?
he was in season 1 they went on. Well, Claire went on this outdoor outing thing, and he was the one that was screwing her friend.
man.
She wasn't her friend then, but then she became her friend.
I love
but yeah.
that show.
Good for him.
Oh, it's one of my favorites, and I hadn't seen it since it went off. So my girlfriend got me the entire collection for my birthday.
That's what I call a nice
And
girlfriend.
I'm back
is-
to watching it. I love it.
that is
Now
really
it
nice
spoils me though, because every time I hear the HBO thing, I'm expecting to hear dun, 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 afterwards, and instead it's that. But yeah, Abraham was in that. But so the picture of this guy is not Abraham, but there's pictures going around of a Glenn model head that they're going to destroy. They have said that they're experimenting. I think Greg Nicotero, maybe I might be wrong, but one of the people on the show said they're experimenting with exploding head dolls is how brutal this.
In any other setting, that would be really weird. So what have you been doing, Greg? I've just been experimenting with exploding heads.
But which means it's going to be pretty gross when that bat hits and somebody's head like explodes out the back.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't either. But I'm with Jay. I really want it to be Carl just because I want a shocker. Like I want a shocker. You know, I want a Game of Thrones style shocker, something that you just do not see coming. Glenn is the obvious choice, I think, for air. I think pretty much a good 60% of people I've talked to are like, oh, it's Glenn. No doubt it's going to be Glenn. My dad's on the Eugene train. It's like, it's going to be Eugene.
I want to ride that train, bro. That'd be a lot of fun.
The Eugene
train? But there's a lot of beer on that train. And
like they pass out fake mullets.
Yeah, right. That'd be a fun train.
You leave there a little smarter and a little dumber at the same time, you know?
Huh. Oh. That's good.
Yep. I would definitely run the train on Eugene for sure.
That's not what I was saying.
That's not what you were saying?
No. I feel there's got to be a better way to word that.
That's exactly what you were saying just now. But anyway, we're not talking about
I don't know
Eugene.
If I said it like that.
But yeah, so I don't know, but I did see
if
that.
If it's not an original cast member, man, I'm walking.
It's got to be. They say this is a game changer, right?
Right,
yeah,
and it's like, and that's why it's going to be Glenn, because it's like, oh, well, it's a game changer because of Maggie's whole thing.
Yeah.
To me, a true game changer would be Carl, because then you kind of, well, you got Judith, but then you're kind of setting Rick free from this big weight that's been, you know, I mean, his whole time he's watching over Carl. Imagine what Rick would be like with, which sadly Judith's is still there, but imagine if he didn't have any kids, what kind of a ruthless SOB Rick would be.
Yeah.
You know, and that would be a completely different direction, because you would have Rick, not like crazy Lost Lori Rick, but just a almost governor-style Rick. Like, you know what, here we are, you don't like us, kill him. You know, I mean, it would be really cool. But
I think
feel
he'd be
like
totally detached from like emotion, you know. Just
I think
cold,
so too.
robotic.
Just a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, I don't think he would be evil. I just think you look at him wrong, or he thinks you're a threat, death.
Sort of like Dexterish, you know.
Right. Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be we're going to find out in the next probably 2 or 3 months.
But I would love to see the crossover of Rick and them dealing with these like mummified zombies. Morgan, take your staff and stab him in the head. I can't, Rick. I can't.
It's not working. I'm trying to do a Morgan impression.
Morgan's a
It
tough
was more
one.
like a Master Splinter.
Yeah. It's like because he tries to. You can tell that he's a British man trying to sound
Southern.
Yeah. I can't
All life is
describe
precious, Rick.
All life is. I don't know.
That's still Shredder.
Strand though.
All
Strand's
life
like,
is precious.
Today we cancel the apocalypse.
Strand, though, he's got a hell of a voice. But the poisoning, and now, I mean, Christian, straight up, I mean, in my opinion now, there's no coming back for Christian. I think, you know, he's he's done. I mean, he's going to become a bad guy.
I need him to die.
Yeah. Anytime you wake up and see someone just lurking over your bed, holding a knife.
Not a good thing.
Yeah.
They're just like, get out of here.
Well, and then earlier he just stood there.
Yeah.
He was talking about he was just what did he say? I just froze. That's it, or something.
Talking
like that.
about watching Madison almost die. Yeah, it's like I almost froze. It's like we saw that with Tomas and Rick,
like,
and it ended with a machete through the dome. So
somebody needs to go ahead and just
off him.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, you got his dad.
He's a liability at this point.
Know,
comparing it to like heroin addiction or whatever. What are you thinking, Dad?
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, he's starting to become too much of a sympathizer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think Travis is going to die. Like I don't think Madison's going to die. Daniel, I think, is going to die. Ophelia's probably going to die. Because Ophelia, I just don't feel like it's going anywhere. We are getting development with Daniel. I don't think Daniel's going to die yet because we got a lot to learn about his past. But Ophelia she's just there. I mean, the only role I think she really seems to have, and I'm sure there's some Ophelia fan that's going to like cuss us out online. But Ophelia really
stop being simple-minded.
No, right? Simple. We're so simple-minded. Ophelia really, I think her role right now is just to ground Daniel. You know, like when he was going to stab the guy in the head, and she's like, you know, don't just leave him be.
She's the Betty Brant to his Incredible Hulk.
I like that reference.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Okay,
Thank you.
I can get down with that.
Thank you.
She calms him down when he goes all Hulk. She like rubs his hand.
Yeah, I don't think she's rubbing his hand.
I mean, I hope she's only rubbing his hand.
Right, because that's not a good way to calm him.
Yeah.
Hulk not getting calm. You know?
Getting more excited.
But no, Nick. Not Nick.
Nick is one of my favorites now.
No,
Nick's
not
awesome.
Christian. Oh my God.
Daniel?
No, keep going.
Travis.
Thank you. I knew we get it eventually.
Yeah.
From a story standpoint or a character standpoint, it would be better if you didn't kill off Travis because he has so much room for growth.
Right.
He has so much room to become like a fierce.
You could kind of kill off
apocalypse
Madison,
survivor.
I guess, if you're looking at it like that, because Madison's pretty much
either way.
stone solid. Like she's right, she already sees things the way they are, and there's. I mean, I'm sure you could grow her in how some way, but I get what you're saying. Like with Travis, you can completely change. It's not much is going to make Madison become Travis. You know what I mean? You can turn Travis into Madison, but turning Madison into Travis would just suck.
I don't know, man. Is that that's like a Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner kind of analogy kind of thing,
Right.
So
Swapping the naughty parts. But no, like having to kill those zombie kids, like messed them up. Like Nick's all like, thinking zombies are still real people, and what's going on over here?
Right.
Those zombie kids, that is just.
And Daniel had a
Zombie
flashback to
kids are the
apparently where
best
he was
kids
in
to
the
party
jungle
with.
choking a kid out.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel, Nick, everybody's falling apart.
yeah, I was gonna say you usually have to pay extra for that. But, I'm sorry, I got a whole lot of stuff just going on. I'm just gonna put my hands because I keep hitting this cable. I'm not used to having this little bit of slack, so I'm just.
I thought you were just throwing stuff around out of outrage. I was
You're
like,
making me
what did I
angry. You
say?
just keep
What did I
talking about
say?
Zombie kids, bro. They prefer undead youth. That is the proper name. Don't just go around calling people zombie kids. If you go to like the South Side and you go around yelling zombie kids, you're gonna get shot.
I buzz political correctness on this.
I was
one.
going to say, too much political correctness in the
too
zombie
much.
apocalypse.
When you get 3 buzzers, you know you fucked up.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Not even. I've got 3 consecutive buzzers.
Yay, I win.
Yeah.
What did you win? Well,
What contest in hell did I win?
but I think Christian. It'd be cool though, because I think the cliche thing to do would be just to kill him off in like the next couple of episodes of this season.
Mm-hmm.
No, let him separate and become like a villain. Though the only
be
problem
cool.
is I don't see Christian. I wouldn't follow Christian. Christian's the thing about the governor and Negan. They're very charismatic. They're somebody that you want to look up to. Even if you don't at the time know they're completely psycho. They're like guys you follow. Christian to me just looks like a whiny little kid. And so
He is.
He would have to be, in my opinion, like a solo villain because I couldn't see like maybe he just like lives and craps in the woods and eats berries and comes out and tries to kill him every couple of episodes and because I just don't see him becoming a leader villain in the sense like the governor. Like I could be wrong. Christian just to me, I mean it's like listening to he's like don't tell. Don't tell on me.
When you've got to kill women in their sleep, you're not a badass.
Right.
I mean, sneaking up on
No,
ladies.
you're a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, well, that
Badass.
too.
You are. No, I don't.
But I don't
like him.
I would like to see him not kill him off, but let him become a villain. But he's just going to have to do some changes if he's going to become like a leader of a group of bad guys. Because otherwise, he just looks like the kind of kid you want to punch in the mouth.
I think if Travis is going to make that big transition, he's going to have to take Christian out.
Yeah.
He's going to be
that would be
the
a
one to
good
do
way
it.
to do it. I would love that.
Pick between his new family
Sounds
and
so
the last
lovely,
remnants of
doesn't
his
it? I would
old.
love that.
That would
Yeah,
be really great.
murder your teenage
Yeah.
son. It'll
Oh,
be
that sounds so
entertaining.
great.
I love it. It's a good weekend.
Yeah, that's a really good weekend.
I mean, we want to see Carl get bludgeoned to death. We want to see this Christian kid get murdered.
Now, what's
Turn him
bad
into
is
a
now
zombie
I
kid.
don't want to see. Now I like Carl for like the first, like the last 2 seasons. I've liked him now that he's gotten over his little bratty hormonal phase. Of I hate my dad, emo kid.
Hey, man, we all got to go through it.
Right.
Well, most
and
of us.
I like Carl, so now will be the time where he'll catch a baseball bat to the face. Not like season 3 Carl that, just
You just hate it.
I just did not like him.
That would be crazy if they killed Carl. That'd be crazy.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'd be down for anything that
Not
shakes
to,
it up.
Not to help, but just to.
Just not Michonne.
I'm just
Oh,
down for just them handling
If it's me
it
shown,
correctly.
I don't know that I can go on.
That's what I'm saying. I
She would
don't-
want you to.
She would.
She would. Me shown strong, but
Michonne Strong.
thank you, Master Splinter.
Thank you. I don't know what that was.
It definitely wasn't Morgan.
No, that was.
JP, we were laughing on the way to the
me?
beach this weekend. Yeah, at your comment because my girlfriend
you're
now has
hilarious.
read not all, but she's up to like 10 or 11 of the volumes of The Walking Dead, the
Oh,
hardcovers.
man.
So she's passed the whole Negan thing and now moved on. And so she was like, I am wondering now in the show, being Michonne is with Rick, who is Ezekiel going to hook up with? And then we were laughing at the idea you had said. I was saying, well, I guess it's going to have to be Morgan now.
Oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
It's going to
Or
be
maybe by that point,
it's going to be a
they'll have
love
broken
square.
Up. A love square.
Or they'll kill Michonne off, and then Rick will have to get with one of them.
Rick and Michonne just be like, nah, this ain't working out.
Look, Michonne, I like you, but
I think you're really important mother figure to Carl, and I don't want to risk what we have. And
you just do that
That's
crazy
right.
sword thing, and I just don't feel comfortable sleeping next to you.
and then she says, well, you do that crazy sword thing. And
Talking about his wiener.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michonne, I told you that's called helicopter, not sword.
Funny.
Oh Lord, I'm just glad you guys were thinking of me on your day trip.
Yep.
It really makes me feel nice.
Yep, we had a good chuckle.
Yeah.
I was.
That's got to be a nice feeling.
It is. I was
She,
like, gosh.
she's like, I wonder who we'll end up with, and we were talking about that, and I was like, that'd be an interesting turn of events.
It certainly would.
Come here, Ezekiel.
Ezekiel and Carl. That'd be a cute couple.
That's.
You weren't ready for that to happen, were
No,
you?
I was not ready to think of a Ezekiel and Carl hooking
Did you
up.
just say Ezekiel?
But yeah, so this episode we're heading into the midseason finale. Death predictions. Anybody get death predictions?
Oh, it's got to be something big,
Ophelia.
right? Right.
We said she was the first one of that.
I keep expecting Daniel to get it pretty soon.
I think he's going to die, but I think we got to learn a little bit more about him before they let us.
Or we could always learn about him in flashbacks through Ophelia.
I just
Once
don't.
he's dead.
Ophelia is useless without Daniel. I mean, without somebody there to calm down, what does she do? You know, I guess she'll move to Christian and be like, "Calm down, Christian."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I think Travis killing Christian's going to be the big season finale.
You think
or
that'll be?
mid-season
You think that'll be
finale thing.
this coming up
I
episode?
think it's going to be in the next episode.
God, that would be crazy.
I shall do.
I mean, I would hope so, but at the same time, man.
You know, it'd be a big exclamation point
'Cause
to
that'd be
end this
really
mid-season
oof.
with.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people jumping ship on this show. I don't know how many seasons it's going to last.
that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if either one of you watched The Big Bang Theory, but Sheldon was asking his girlfriend. You know, they were necking, and you know,
I like the sound of that.
he asked her a very important question. You know, he said, "Do you think I should start watching The Flash?" And you know, she gets very upset because you know they were having a moment, and he asked her about that, and she doesn't understand the severity. He's like, "No, this is serious because if I start watching a show, I'm in it for the long haul. Even if the quality of the show goes down, I'm devoted. I'm going to finish watching it."
Isn't that his thing? Like wearing the Red Flash shirt? I mean, why hasn't he been watching it?
I
don't understand.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. As soon as you said that, I have all sorts of emotions building up inside me. Because I know I've said before that that's pretty much the only show besides The Walking Dead that I watch on TV, and I keep up with it. But I don't like the fact that it's on the CW because it's kind of teenagery and that the dialogue. Last Tuesday's episode was directed by Kevin Smith. And he's pretty well known.
Jay and Silent Bob,
As
Kevin
in
Smith?
Silent Bob, Kevin
Wow.
Smith. It was called The Runaway Dinosaur, I think, or something like that. Now, I have not seen a TV show episode in a while that puts all sorts of emotions inside of me. And there were some parts in this episode where I was like, oh, because it was like Barry learning about what the Speed Force is. And, it's just like, I mean, it was like, at the beginning of it, they're like, this is the form we took because he knew it would be comfortable, kind of like Contact, when they're like, this is what we really look like, but it's what's comfortable to you. You know, when the alien appears to Jodie Foster. Spoilers if you've never seen Contact.
If you ain't seen it by now,
Dude, I want to watch that, man. Kevin Smith's done some awesome
dude,
writing for DC,
and
like
so-
comic book wise.
Like you kind of figure out where it's going, but he meets the Speed Force takes on different people in his life to be comforting, and you know where it's going. But I was just relaxing on my bed watching the TV. I have the Hulu thing on, and like I had tears welling up, and the emotions that episode invoked in me, like it restored my faith in this show.
Kevin Smith's awesome.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
Like and if you need to know what's going on in the series to watch the episode, but man, catch up or figure it out and go watch that because it was some damn fine television.
You know, I just read that Supergirl's going to the CW.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I guess we'll see more crossover.
He
action.
did they actually put the Flash on an episode of Supergirl, and they kind of mentioned it briefly in the Flash, where he was just like walking. Are you waiting to hit that buzzer?
Oh, I was going to let you finish.
Oh, thank you. That's it.
Oh, I'm definitely hitting the
So
buzzer.
Supergirl, yes, the Flash was practicing. So what's up?
All right, so
There
Fear the
you go.
Walking Dead.
Sorry, thank you for letting me- thank you
The
for letting me get that.
Oh, I was going to cut you
I
off
haven't
first,
talked
but I was
to
like, you know
anyone
what?
about that.
He seems passionate about
But
this.
man, that episode.
That does sound awesome. Like,
Holy cow.
I
Go
don't
watch
keep up
it.
with that show, but I'm such a big Kevin Smith fan. Like I said, he's written a lot of good stuff for DC, like comic book wise. And
I
Like
just
Fear the
wanna
Walking
start
Dead's not
watching
doing for
Daredevil.
you. Keep watching it, but man,
I want to
Daredevil.
watch Daredevil for the former Walking Dead's Joe Bernthal.
Joe Bernthal, man.
you got to catch
Everybody
Daredevil.
has said he's an amazing Punisher.
Amazing.
Have you
Punisher.
watched the first season yet?
No, I
Oh,
want to.
dude.
It's on Netflix,
First season's
right?
on. Vincent
Yeah.
D'Onofrio is an amazing villain. We need to save this. We need to save some of this for a couple of weeks. This is the kind of stuff. If you're liking what we're talking about right now, then that's what we're going to talk about in a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
we geek
Yeah,
out
we're
hard
gonna
on all kinds
start
of
having
stuff.
a Geek Out podcast to where we actually will just come in here and talk all things
Very broad.
geek. I mean, if it's shows, comics, games, whatever. You're playing Uncharted 4 on the other podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to hear about that
Oh,
because
yeah,
I'm
man.
going to get that.
the graphics.
I'm not happy with the new Call of Duty announcement. We could talk about that. I am happy with the remaster. We could definitely talk about that. Nostalgia. Whew. They say memories aren't. I hate those memes. It's like memories aren't
you started
made on
getting
an
a little,
Xbox. Dude, I
feeling-
love
yeah,
Modern
can tell
Warfare.
ya.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
No, I hate those memes on Facebook where it's like, which I agree kids should like play sports, no doubt. You know, get a hobby, do something as you're a kid just to get out and experience things. But it's like memories aren't made on an Xbox. I've got some pretty damn good memories on a PlayStation. So
Right, and I'm pretty sure you can upload pictures and video to your Xbox.
yeah.
Or
I mean, like
PlayStation,
Call
so.
of Duty, like 10 years ago, it's hard to believe, well, in a year, it'll be 10 years since it dropped. I've got some crazy good times. You know, I met a lot of online friends, you know, from playing that. So I'm excited for this podcast.
I met a
to
guy
talk
in
about.
Russia a couple weeks ago. Who's my friend on Facebook. I'm on PlayStation now.
I've got a friend out in, well, you know what? This entire time we've lived a lie. I thought he lived out in, I thought he lived in Wisconsin, but he actually lives in Boston.
How dare you?
I don't know how.
Yeah, close enough.
You
There's
know.
an O and S and an N. in the letters.
True.
I met a person who lives on Mars.
Really?
So yeah, and they were friends now. So
Well,
top that.
is it
So
Sheldon?
there is life on Mars.
Because he did sign up to go to
No,
Mars.
surprise! All he does is sit in his mother's basement and play Xbox. So there is
Oh,
no
so
life
no
on
life at
Mars.
all.
No life at all on Mars.
That's pretty sweet, though, a planet when no one tells you to get off your
Right.
ass and go outside because
No,
it'll
no.
kill you.
You know, there'll still be someone to tell you to get off. No matter where you go, there's always going to be someone to tell you to get off your ass or to judge you.
Yeah, it'll be instant death. Still, go outside.
just
you know,
go outside for a little bit.
Outside. Well, this episode, I liked it a lot better than some of the others. It's definitely, you know,
You talking
I
about the
feel like
podcast, or you talking about the Fear the Walking Dead?
both.
Oh, because I'm only going to agree with one of those.
You don't like that the old Mexican lady's trying to kill everyone?
No,
I
no.
just feel like the prison cell, I hope they go somewhere interesting with it. You know, I hope that Daniel doesn't take up Shane's mantle and go explode and like, you know.
Well, it's like I said to you guys
You know,
earlier.
I just feel like we've done this before. We've been here before,
Yeah.
but I hope they go a different route with it and make it new.
That
You know
little
what I mean?
kid that was talking to the zombies in the cell, like I really hope he gets bitten and he can still juggle like a juggling zombie.
Oh
That'd
my
be
God,
pretty
that would be
sweet.
amazing. But no, it's like it's like I was saying earlier when we first came in. This show has been really good about kind of tying up stuff at the end of an episode, but still having like
Leaving it open to continue the
plot holes
story.
and plot ends or loose ends.
Right.
So I'll give it that. But at the same time, just not.
Still not doing it for
Just
you.
not doing it for me, man.
I'm
That
enjoying
episode
it. I think it gets better. And
a few weeks ago where we learned about Strand's backstory, I enjoyed that episode. But other than that, I haven't really. And then there was one other episode that I've kind of enjoyed this season.
I was going to say, there was one that you liked. I can't think.
The one where they were at the lighthouse or whatever. They met the little family and
yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
it was a lighthouse or not, but it was something like that.
If it wasn't for the lighthouse.
Beautiful.
What would it be?
Talk about
What was
tears.
it?
Well
Where
enough.
Oh, yeah.
would this ship be?
Keep going.
Keep
going.
Thank you.
You thought you were getting the
the
buzzer, didn't you?
lighthouse is always shining, and the lighthouse is always new.
Oh,
Calm down, sir. Oh, the lighthouse is all that I need, and the lighthouse is you. Thank you. I just wrote that. Can you get that applause again? That's so funny. Just like any other time I do something, nothing at the end of it. They'll start off applauding. Please
The
save it for the
strangest
end.
thing
I'm
that's
gonna need
happened,
it.
I kind of lost the applause. There we go. Okay.
It was so bad. Okay,
we
it was
go.
so bad that the computer was like, "Nope, deleting the applause."
It deleted the
Nope.
effect. It was like,
Microphone registers shitty music.
oh boy. But so, what do you rate this podcast? Not this podcast.
I rate the
gosh.
podcast a 10.5.
This is the beach all day yesterday. My brain's fried. What do you rate this episode?
Well, you were at the beach. I rate your life like an 11.
Nice.
And
Oh,
I
it was
rate this
great. It was a little
podcast a
chilly
10.5.
though.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah,
shooting
yeah.
cannons off, and it really freaked my dog out.
Oh,
So for like an
nice.
hour, he was traumatized and
Yeah.
terrified of the world. But
Really,
it was
me
good.
bringing the mail in freaks out my dog, so that's cool. She freaks out. Anyway,
But it was his first time at the ocean, so he had a blast. He was like running and jumping in the water. And
4.5.
oh my God, that's
Not-
the lowest
Whoa.
you've ever given on one of the
because
best
I honestly-
episodes in the show.
Is it
thus
just-
far.
Really?
It's just because they're retreading the whole zombie in the
Everything,
barn
yes,
thing?
everything.
Really?
Like you said earlier, this is like a Herschel 2.0 kind of thing,
Right.
And yeah,
We
I
got
just-
evil. We got Herschel's evil mistress.
I was really glad. Right, I was really glad that Thomas
That's a low score. You never went that low, and this is possibly in my like top 3 of this season thus far.
Next week better be something good.
I give it I'll give it a 7 because we're heading in an interesting direction. I mean, this could be setting up. I mean, it's really going to depend on how they follow.
I'm going to stop being nice, and I'm going to start being real.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear. If Victor hadn't shot his lover at the end, I probably would have went with like a 6. But I'll match your 7. I'll see your 7.
Okay. Nice.
But that was just a really nice way to tie off the episode.
Yeah.
Because Victor was losing his stuff, man. He was ready to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. He was slipping.
Probably not the first time he shot his lover in the face. Wow. Thank you.
Man, how did I miss that?
Ooh, that was vulgar.
It was something.
Just a little.
That was on JP level right there. I was very proud of that one.
I thought you were going to go with like a pillow. You know, you put the pillow over his face. I thought you were going to do a pillow biter
that would
kind of thing.
That would have been a good one too.
But that'd have been a little over the line.
Yeah, a pillow biter or something. Pillow biters?
Yeah.
Yes, there's such a thing as pillow biters. You've obviously never had roommates. You don't know what a pillow biter is.
That's an old school slur.
That's a slur.
Yeah.
Look at that pillow biter.
Yeah, that's a total slur. Well, which we don't endorse, but I'm just,
Okay.
I mean, I endorse it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, so 4.5.
4.5.
So generous of you.
Do you want me to go to a 5? I'll do it.
I do.
I'll go to a 5.
Do give it a 5.
But as soon as I leave here, I'm going to go back to 4.5.
There's been a few episodes I could see that 4. Like the whole Jesse McCartney ship heist thing. I just kind of was like
so
losing interest.
Guys, the mighty have fought. Remember, like, do you ever think that he thinks about sometimes, like he was sitting there with his fake pipe through his stomach. He was like, this is rock bottom.
Yeah.
Covered in his that's probably real sweat.
They said that he was on there like as a surprise to fans. Like I think in his mind he thinks that
as
he
a surprise
was
to all 7 fans.
Yeah.
Like this. First of all, Fear the Walking Dead doesn't have half the audience that The Walking Dead has. And then what?
I wonder though if Fear the Walking Dead would have came out before The Walking Dead, how well it had been received because there were no zombie shows to compare it to.
Oh, being an adaptation of the comic book helped it immensely. I believe. But I mean, it kind of gained its own footing because I think people have come to expect that, okay, there's some stuff I can keep up with in the comics.
Right.
And then there's some stuff that literally
That's what I like about The
me.
Walking Dead. There's some plot points that you know are coming, but it still keeps it fresh by changing
The Walking
up the
Dead?
story.
No, thank you. And then they just, I'm really glad they gave Jesse McCartney.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
That's almost as bad as Joey Fatone being the announcer for Family Feud. Like, that's how mighty the mighty have. That's how.
Is he really? I didn't know that.
Look that up.
Who's hosting that now?
Steve Harvey.
Okay, good.
Yeah, man.
I was worried they switched hosts too. I like
Steve
Harvey.
He's constantly reading the wrong cards.
Steve Harvey, man.
I'm just kidding. He handled that really well.
Oh, very classy.
We handled that
at
really,
least he could have easily blamed someone or been like, somebody. No, he just was like, hey, I screwed up.
Right.
I'm sorry.
He's a classy guy. He had a talk show.
I was going to say, he's like the hardest working guy out there right now. He does a radio show, a daytime show.
It's amazing.
Game show.
Yeah, Steve Harvey's awesome.
He probably still does stand-up and stuff.
He gives lots of good advice on his show.
That's what I was just saying. I've heard him give some good advice. So
he's the man. He reminds me a lot of my uncle, even though they're like nothing alike. Just for some, you ever had
they're
someone
just both black? That's it.
No, you ever had someone that reminds you of someone and like really for no reason, like they don't have any similarities.
Just their mannerisms.
They just remind you. Yeah, they just for some reason you see this person and you think of someone else. It's odd, but yeah. All right, so we will be back next week.
I will be back next week. You two can go off somewhere else.
That'd be a boring podcast. Matt.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Matt.
What are we doing? We're
doing our.
That's the thing. I'm Justin.
We're signing off,
Matt.
fellas.
We were signing off. I'm so sorry. Didn't like last week you start the music up and we went out on the music? I really liked
what
that.
I did. I kind of just did it.
Did I put that on a spot there? Do we know? Oh, nice.
Well, that'll wrap it up for this week.
Yeah, that was good. There's that radio broadcast voice.
There you go.
Yeah.
I actually had a guy. I was in Chick-fil-A earlier today, and the guy waited on me. And then when my friend that I went with goes behind me, he asked. I heard him say, "Yeah, he does the morning show or whatever." And then he come over there and was like, the guy was like, "Is he a radio personality? He's got the voice for it." And I was like,
this is my real voice, but I use my radio voice.
Yeah.
Started to go there and just
like, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Justin.
Thank you for the Chick-fil-A. You're a good guy.
I appreciate you. Have some Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'll promote you on the radio.
I love them waffle fries.
Oh, boy. I really do. They're delicious.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Justin.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm JP.
And I like the way that this one ended. I like this.